Hello. These are messages from the universe for those in the collective who are experiencing confusion, fear, or anxiety. Now, this card represents the energy that you're currently in. Here we have the Hayaka card, Sorceress of Light. Now, what the universe is calling or asking you to do is to know, first of all, that you are protected. You're being watched over by your ancestors, your spirit guides, your angels, and source. They're all watching over you and they're rooting for you to come out of this low vibrational state. You also need to focus on raising your vibration, freeing yourself from fear and anxiety during these challenging times. And in doing that, the one way that you can do that is actually in going into nature and grounding yourself, grounding your energy, connecting to the plants, animals, connecting to the elements, right? That's going to be soothing for you. Also, you can listen to music, calming music, or even music where it lifts your spirit, where you dance, where it pulls, it releases negativity, it releases tension. And in doing that, you're more open to receiving the messages from your spirit guides. There's a lot of information that they're trying to tell you, that they're trying to communicate to you, but you're closed off because of fear. You're really closed off because I guess you're going through a lot of turmoil, like emotional turmoil. And what you need to do is to just bring that down a notch. Know that certain situations may be beyond your control. So what you need to do is to just look at the brighter side of things. If anything, look at things that you have, that you're grateful for, and you will thank the divine for that. That's one way to be open to receiving, is to surrender and to also be grateful for what you have, and the divine will bless you. You're also being guided to take part in a creative project, whether it's painting, working with clay, cooking, writing music, playing music, acting, film, whatever it is. Just take part in something where you're in a project where you're creating something, because it will give you that that space from the anxiety and stress. It will free you from that. You will get a bit of a breath. It will be a breath of fresh air for you. There's a lot of wisdom. You hold a lot of wisdom inside. You hold a lot of wisdom, but there's actually fear of that. I don't know if you've experienced visions, or you might have heard, like, experienced some clairaudience experience from, messages from your guides, and it might have startled you. But know that you are safe. And you need to align yourself. You need to align yourself in order to be open with all these messages from your guides. Hence why dancing would be a fantastic way to just release the tension and to be open to receiving the messages that you need to hear at this time. But know that you are on the right path. Some of you are on the right path, and for others, confused about which direction to take, you need to connect with your guides, and you need to be true with yourself. You need to be honest with yourself, whether it is let's say it's a career choice that you may think others might ridicule you for wanting to do. Just go for it, because it is your life. This is your journey and your experience. Yeah, there's a lot of creativity here. This also expresses an explosion of creativity. There's a lot of creative energy that you're holding inside, and it's just desperate to just pour out. Know that what you're meant to do involves sharing your gifts, creative talents with others. it will inspire others. It would also help to ground them as well. You will also get a sense of satisfaction, and you will be abundant as well. The feathers, I mean, I'm looking at the feathers on this owl, and it's just a lot. I signify feathers with messages from your angels, ancestors, and guides, and there's a lot. Look at that. They're all surrounding you. They're all rooting for you to just make these necessary changes and to lift the fear and the anxiety, because challenges don't last forever, and once you hit rock bottom, the only way is up. You can't go any further. So it's like the end of one cycle and the start of another. And you know, if there's challenging times and you're seriously affected by it, just know that you are protected, and know that you need to trust and believe that everything will be okay. But definitely have a sense of gratitude, and try to communicate with your guides, and also try to manifest your desires. So that could be, let's say there's a particular career path that you want to take. If you're communicating with your guides, you can actually ask them if you're on the right path, or to bring people or situations that will help you on this journey to enter your life. So you can ask for that. Okay, let's look at some oracles. I've pulled some oracle cards earlier. So here we have standstill and stuck in the mud. Let's put that here. Wow. So with these two cards, it's definitely showing that some of you are paralyzed with fear and anxiety, or really bogged down, weighed down by burdens. It's not necessarily a bad thing, because again, it's a period where you're able to reflect. If you use this time wisely, you can use it to reflect. You can use it to make hard decisions. You can use it to make honest and truthful and authentic decisions for your highest good. It's stuck in the mud and standstill just talks about slowing down. It talks about using the time to look for situations, look for solutions to your situation. It's telling you to take baby steps, one step at a time. One step at a time. The elephant here is stuck in the mud. He can barely pick up his legs to move, but he's moving. And he's moving slowly because this leg is out. So he's moving slowly, but within that time, he's thinking of a strategy and ways to get himself completely out of the mud. And that's what you should be focusing on right now. And the standstill card is the same thing with this bird here, stuck. However, this is a swampland. And it's also, swampland is also fertile land. So it's not all negative. So again, this is a time where you're moving at a slower pace, but it allows you to think and to make plan of action for positivity, to get yourself out of certain situations, or to connect with the divine and your higher self. And there's a bird here with the elephants. It's like a guide. I see this as like one of your spirit guides, and the bird is a greenish yellow, so it's to do with opening your heart and also willpower, which is amazing. It's also a positive thing I'm getting from being stuck with the images here is grounding. They're stuck in the earth, so you need to ground yourself. So all this anxiety and fear, you need to ground yourself so that you can have clear thinking. With clear thinking and opening your heart, you get the messages from your higher self. You become aligned. All right, let's look at the tarot. What does the tarot have to say? Oops. Tarot had to say that. Okay, so we have Knight of Swords, the World, and we have the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, the Knight of Swords is all about decisive action, but impulsive action. That's my bull in a china shop card, right? This could be your fears. Your fears are actually, well, it's destructive in a sense. It's actually harming you than healing you or helping you, because with this card, the Knight enters a situation and he doesn't care who gets hurt as long as he gets what he wants. Now with your mind, with your mental fear and stress, sometimes that can run away and be out of control. That can just dominate your life, and you're being asked to slow down. Well, that cycle is coming to an end. That cycle is coming to an end. And you're stepping into a new cycle where if you do connect with your higher self, it can be, you can move into solid foundations, into stability with this card, the Four of Pentacles. For me, she's looking away. The Four of Pentacles can mean hoarding, holding on to something with too tightly to the point where it's detrimental to yourself. But in this case, what I'm feeling from this card is, with the World card in the middle, it's the end of this destructive cycle, right? The cycle where you're letting your fears and anxiety control you. You're running with that to the point where it's just completely out of control. That's coming to an end, and you're starting a new cycle where you're focusing on self. You're focusing on being grounded. With the pentacles, it means grounding, but also being balanced, because you have 4 pentacles, 2 on either side, and that's balance. And she's holding it close to her heart center, right? So she's nurturing herself. She's protecting herself. And she's looking away. She's looking away from this energy here, from the Knight of Swords. It's definitely a step in the right direction. And it calls for you to protect yourself and to heal yourself from these negative thoughts, right? And to also not hold on to this. You definitely need to free yourself from this. The stuck mentality, the stagnant mentality. Let me get one more card. Yeah, well, Spirit wanted 2. No, 3. So we have your Ace of Pentacles. So again, this is the divine offering you a new beginning. A solid, firm new beginning. To start something where it will be fruitful, it will be prosperous, you will be abundant, and it will grow. It can grow and develop into something worthwhile. Then we have the Star card. Wish fulfillment, wishes coming true, but also healing for me as well. The Star is also healing, and she has a string, almost like a kite, going up to the heavens, to the cosmos, and that's her connection with the cosmos. So again, it's calling for you to connect with your spirit guides, higher self, and ancestors, So most definitely, you're definitely coming to another cycle. And then this is the card, Four of Swords. So it's all about just taking a step back, right? Taking a step back, taking things slow to reflect, right? To release these negative thoughts, get out of your head, to take things slow, to move slowly and plan, make necessary plans to get yourself out of this negative and low vibrational energy, because you do not deserve it. You deserve abundance. You deserve all your wishes coming true. You deserve happiness. And this card here, the Hayaka card, it calls for you to live a life of joy, laughter, and happiness. So that's what you need to step into. All right, well, that's all I have for you right now. So thank you for tuning into this video. Please like, share, and subscribe, and have a blessed day. Bye.